Hello, everyone. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here at $1.31. There was literally no price action on XRP today. Just more sideways movement. And right here is where the president made that announcement last night. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. But even if you look at the 1 week, you could see how we're now going sideways. If you zoom out to the 1 month, we are only a few cents lower than where we were back here at the beginning of March. We need something to get this market moving again. I think it starts with peace in Iran. That has to happen next. And look at Bitcoin sitting under 67K. And again, not a whole lot of price movement there either. The charts for XRP and Bitcoin are so similar right now. Everybody thought this was the breakout moment back on the 1st of April. And ever since then, we broke down and just started going sideways because there's so much uncertainty in this market right now. Look at the fear and greed index. This is going sideways as well. Yesterday we were at 28. Today we're at 28. This isn't going to move until we get some confirmation of a possible breakout. And this is what the president had to say. America is waking up to some major news this morning. At 10:41 p.m. Eastern Time last night, President Trump said that the U.S. will begin targeting Iran's bridges next, then power plants. And now President Trump has announced that the U.S. can easily open up the Strait of Hormuz, take the oil, and make a fortune. This all comes just 3 days before his pause of U.S. strikes on Iranian power plants is set to expire. He also said that this can all be done with a little more time. In other words, the war will continue for now, and the critical energy infrastructure that has been spared so far is the next target. April is going to be a highly eventful month. You know, this just keeps uncertainty going forward. And it's going to get drug out for the next couple of days at least. We need some sort of confirmation that the war with Iran is wrapping up. But will it happen anytime soon? Nobody really knows. And look at the price of oil. $111.54. This is going to go higher before it goes lower. I see people already predicting $150 plus within the next week or two. Other people are saying we're going to see $200 per barrel by summer. This war needs to come to an end. That would be the biggest catalyst for crypto right now. And everybody's beaten down. In 9 years of being in crypto, I have never been less optimistic about its future than I am now. Crypto it's being embedded into the current financial system. Crypto isn't going anywhere. You know why I'm always optimistic is because usually when everyone is giving up, that's when the rebound starts. And if you look at the chart, it screams breakout. But are we going to see it? When is it going to finally happen? Nobody can predict it. Everybody's trying to predict it right now. And if you look at previous cycles, you could predict when it was going to happen. This cycle is different because real world events are having a major impact on this space still. Will XRP ever stop going sideways? That comes from Austin. It will eventually stop going sideways, but nobody could tell you when. It's just too uncertain still. And hopefully we get that Clarity Act passed. That would also be very big for utility-driven cryptocurrencies. Bull market confirmed. Shakeout complete. I see this all the time, and you cannot confirm that the bull market is about to happen because literally there's no catalyst right now for Bitcoin except the war ending. I think that would be what gets Bitcoin going. But you can't look at the past to see where we go this time around. It's too uncertain now. And I think we're watching a transition happen. We are going from the current financial system into a new financial system. We're in the crypto space. We're going from hype to utility. Utility is about to push this market going forward. It's no longer going to be all about Bitcoin anymore. If these charts are right, 2026 is the last year to make big money for the next 5 years. 18-year real estate cycle, 2026 equals cycle peak. 200-year Benner cycle, 2026 equals cycle peak. But when it comes to XRP, it's not going to end in 2026. In fact, it starts in 2026. It's not going to end for at least until 2030, because over the next 4 years, all we're going to see is more and more assets coming on chain. Remember, the World Economic Forum says tokenization is an $867 trillion market by 2030. So that means we're going to see trillions come on chain this year, next year, the following year, the year after that. How does XRP not continue going up in price? Plus, look at what they want to do at the DTCC. All of that's coming on chain as well. I'm telling you, the next couple of years, as we transition from the current system into a new financial system, it is going to be a massive utility run for XRP. And it's going to seem like up only for quite a while. Crypto easy money era has ended. Historically, most easy money periods last 3 to 7 years. California gold rush, tulip mania, the dot-com bubble, Japan's bubble. So most speculative booms in history last 3 to 7 years. When it comes to crypto, I think what's ending is the days of get-rich-quick schemes. In other words, you used to be able to come into this space, put some money into a meme coin, and all of a sudden become a multi-millionaire. I think those days are gone. And once 99% of these cryptocurrencies go to zero, and they're gone forever, that money that's sitting in those coins has to go somewhere. And I think it's going to transition over into utility-driven cryptocurrencies. But even the people that get invested in the crypto still, a lot of them think it's up only, that it's a get-rich-quick scheme, like they come in on a Monday morning, throw in a few grand, and on Friday they're a millionaire. Those days are totally gone in this space. Now it's about utility going forward. This is absolutely massive for crypto. $12 trillion giant Charles Schwab to launch direct Bitcoin and Ethereum trading via its new Schwab crypto account. Clients will be able to buy, sell, and hold actual Bitcoin and ETH alongside their stocks and bonds. Trillions are coming. You know, most people are already looking past Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think Charles Schwab is late to the game. Even the institutions are looking past Bitcoin and Ethereum. The better return on investment is XRP, XLM, HBAR. Those are where you're going to get the best ROI on your investment. It's no longer in Bitcoin. What are you hoping for? Maybe a 2x? Everybody's talking about Ethereum. Tom Lee, it's going to $40,000. I doubt Ethereum makes it to $40,000. It's going to become irrelevant before that even happens, because you already see the shift happening now. Now you have the EVM sidechain. You have other options for smart contracts. You know, the days of Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're winding down, and people just don't want to come to terms with it. Coinbase says the Bitcoin and crypto market structure deal could be finalized within hours. I didn't know it was the Bitcoin and crypto market structure deal, but whatever. And this did not happen today either. You know, they keep talking about how this is going to get done ASAP, but yet nobody could come to some sort of agreement on this. You know, the sooner this gets put in place, innovation starts pushing forward in the United States. But they're going to drag this along. Hopefully, it gets done before the midterms. But I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. XRP, Binance, 30-day liquidity index just hit historic lows, near zero. Turnover has collapsed from 200 billion plus January 2025 to near nothing. This is either the calm before the storm or the setup of the decade. You know, every day people are talking about Binance. They're talking about XRP exiting the exchanges. They're talking about retail getting their crypto off the exchanges. Whales moving all their crypto off the exchanges. It's like a positioning is happening right now. Everybody's getting ready for some major event. That's what it seems like right now, like the calm before the storm. Dom Kwok says only 7% of the world currently owns crypto. Doesn't take a gigabrain to know what happens when the rest of the 93% starts buying. You know what's going to open up the other 93% to crypto? It's going to be the banks. They're going to onboard a lot of people. As crypto starts moving from where we are now into mainstream adoption, you're going to see crypto talked about everywhere. It's going to be all over the mainstream media news when it starts to happen. But the banks, they're going to start offering it to their customers. That's the next phase for the banks. Because once the bank offers it, all of a sudden, the normies out there, the people that think we're holding magical internet money, all of a sudden, they will see value in crypto, and they're going to have it, especially if the bank gives incentives on buying and holding crypto. XRP whales move $592 million from exchanges in 2 days. Discover what triggered it. So XRP whales, you see the movement happening right now. Anybody that sells, the whales are buying up your XRP. You can't give it to them at dirt cheap prices. You need to hold on to XRP until it starts reaching prices that makes your portfolio look like a phone number. I would not sell until your portfolio looks like a phone number. Why would you be in such a hurry to cash out into US dollars? You know, the whales, they're positioning themselves. The institutions are positioning themselves. You're already positioned. Keep your position in XRP. Don't give it away at dirt cheap prices. And like I said at the beginning of this video, there's literally no real price movement on XRP right now. But no matter how you look at this is signaling a next move up. When is it going to happen? Honestly, I hope it happens by the end of April. I hope that this war with Iran comes to an end. Do you know how big that would be for crypto? All of a sudden, everything would just start popping off. And this time around, everybody's talking about alt season. You know, in previous cycles, you could pretty much throw money into anything, and you would make a lot of money off of your investment. Didn't matter what altcoin you were buying, you were going to make money. This time around, I think it's going to be different. If the coins that you're holding don't have utility or use case, most likely you're not going to see these major run-ups happen on most coins. Because right now, what's building out? What is coming? Clarity. What is Clarity going to do? It's going to put an end to 99% of these cryptocurrencies. You either position in utility now or you regret it later. That's the way I look at it. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.